Let's talk about addictions. We all have them. We have all had to deal with them. We have all been tempted. We have all had struggles. One of the biggest ones that people have is alcohol. Alcohol is actually alkali, which is a demon, the name of a demon. Did you know that? And alcohol, they also call spirits, different alcohols. Did you ever question that? I never did. I never did. But it makes sense. When you drink the alcohol, you open up your body. You take in these demons. Do you ever notice that people who drink become a whole different person? A whole different person. Whether or not they're quiet and they become outgoing, or they're nice and then all of a sudden they become a monster. That's alcohol. That's how it works. Or, for women and men, they have a few drinks and all of a sudden they become, very, what's the word? Very sexual. Let's just say that. They become very sexual and become about having sex. That's the devil. That's the devil. He is a demon. He's sending demons into you through alcohol. God warns about the alcohol in the Bible. He does. He warns about it. We just don't listen. And we all drink it. It's like everybody's doing it. Why not? Right? Well, just to let you know, I struggled with alcohol. Alcohol was a big issue for me. After my daughter passed on, I started drinking and doing drugs a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. That was my outlet. The devil worked it in good. And I had a hard time letting it go. I had a really hard time letting it go. Wine was my issue. I loved wine. But I couldn't just drink one glass of wine. I had to drink the whole bottle. That's where it was a problem. So I had to quit. And in the beginning, when I first quit and first admitted I had an issue, I actually had went with my cousin to an AA meeting, thinking, oh, this isn't for me. But after I sat there with her, I'm thinking, every single person who drinks alcohol, this is for them. This is for them. But, you can't tell people that. They don't want to hear it. But anyway, we're going into the store. My cousin and we were going into the store, and we were both trying to stay sober. And as I was going into the store, I had this overwhelming thought, you need to buy a bottle of wine. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm not buying wine. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. So anyway, I'm fighting this. And I'm going into the store, and I go to the back of the store. And everywhere I go, there's these displays of alcohol. Displays of alcohol. Everywhere. At every end of the aisle. Everywhere I went. And I'm like, I got to get out of this place. I have got to get out of this place. So I grab my stuff. My cousin and I grab our stuff. We get to the checkout line. And as we're going to the checkout line, right in front of the checkout line is a display of wine. A display of wine. That's how the devil tempts you. Lo and behold, that is how the devil tempts you. I got out of there without wine. Thank Jesus. It was the strength of Jesus that got me through it. Now, people don't realize when they open their mouths to drink alcohol, they're opening their mouths to allow the demon Akale in. And along with him comes spirits. Do you ever wonder why alcohol is called spirits? This is why. Alcohol is actually from the name Alkali, which is a demon. Look it up. You'd be surprised. They call the different drinks spirits. It's all right there in front of you, and we don't even see it because we're blinded to it. Everybody's doing it. Nobody's talking about the demon in it. Nobody's talking about the demons who are trying to grab a hold of you through the alkali. And we all have been there. Most of us have been there where we've opened up our mouths and drank that demon and allowed the demons within us. Oh, yes, I've done it. Many people have done it. Some people can't get rid of the demon once they've done it. It becomes an addiction. Well, I'm here to tell you that God is the answer to your addiction. God will break that addiction off. It's not easy. It is not. It was easy going down, but it's hard getting it out. It's like convulsing all of those demons and those spirits out of your system. It's hard. It's not pleasant, but it can be done. So anyway, that is on alcohol. Now let's talk about other addictions. How about drugs, cocaine, methamphetamine? Those kill your soul. They absolutely kill your soul. So that your soul cannot think for itself. You become a whole different person, The way you look changes, the way you act changes, your personality changes, and you become a person that nobody knows or likes. And I don't care how good you think you are at hiding it, and I don't care how good you think you are at controlling it. The devil has control of you if you're doing it. Just saying. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. Now, let's talk about marijuana and cigarettes and vaping. I gotta tell you, I smoked cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes like a train, 3 packs a day. I was a hard hitter. I also had a widowmaker. Died 3 times since then. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I went back after, 12, 13 years. I had an incident happen. It was so stressful. I turned to cigarettes. I smoked them. I got addicted again. I had to break the addiction. Then I turned around and did it again and had to break it. I'm glad to tell you right now, I have been free from that addiction since December of last year. Hallelujah. I don't ever plan to pick them up again. They put stuff in it. Not only is it bad for you to begin with, they add stuff to it to make it more addictive and worse for you. If you can never help it, don't pick it up. Now, I was a pot smoker too. I smoked marijuana. I was an advocate for marijuana. Still am. Because if it's used for the medical purpose, there is nothing wrong with it. But most of us don't use it for medical purposes. We use it as an escape. Be honest. You smoke a puff here, you smoke a puff there, so that you don't have to deal with what's going on in your life. So that you can just chill and not have to worry about it. I have been the biggest pot smoker. Didn't start smoking pot until after I stopped the meth use. When I stopped smoking meth, I never smoked meth. When I stopped doing meth, I never smoked pot before that. I didn't like it, I didn't want it, didn't need it. But it helped me come off the meth. And then I got stuck on the marijuana. And I used it as an excuse. Everything. I could tell you, I do it for this reason. I don't do it because I'm addicted. I don't. Well, then I left state for a while, and it wasn't legal where I was. So I had quit, and I come back, and I didn't like the smell of the marijuana everywhere, so I started vaping. And I got addicted to the vaping. Now, I've quit marijuana 100 times, and I've had a little bit of withdrawal. Not much. It's easy to quit. It's not hard. But when you vape the marijuana, now you're addicted to the vape. Not the marijuana itself, the vape pen. The vape pen puts off butane products. How do you think it lights? How do you think it burns that oil? There is a product in it that burns that oil that you become addicted to. Don't believe me? Try coming off the vape. I came off the vape. I've been coming off the vape because it took me, I've had an issue with it. I ain't gonna lie. And I have never struggled so hard to come off a pot in my life. And it's not the pot, it's the vape. So if you think that it's not addictive, think again. The devil is working on you. Choose God, not drugs. Hallelujah.